Hi and welcome to Tabletop Tavern. My name's Jack and I'm going to show you how to play Marvel Villainous Infinite Power. So let's grab a drink and head to the table. There are 5 unique villains to choose from in Marvel Villainous. You've got Thanos, Ultron, Hela, Killmonger, Taskmaster. We'll be setting up a 2-player game today, so we're only going to be using Thanos and Ultron. So once you've chosen which villain you're playing, you'll take their villain domain, take their villain deck, give it a quick shuffle, and place it on the left of their board. Villain decks are easily identified by having their name at the bottom of the card. Take the villain piece and place it on the portrait of your villain. Take your villain guide and your reference card and place this to one side, as these are useful during the game. The next thing you want to do is you want to put all the power tokens, the strength tokens, which are double-sided, and if you've got Hela, the soul marks, into the vault and place it within reach of all players in the game. The next thing you want to do is you want to set up the Fate deck. Simply grab the common Fate cards, then every villain that's in the game has their own set of Fate cards that are symbolized by this small logo in the bottom right corner. Put the cards together, give it a quick shuffle, and then place it in the middle of the table within reach of every player. Within the Fate deck, there are these event cards. Some of these are targeted towards specific villains, and this is again identified by the symbol in the bottom right corner. Others are global and affect all villains that are playing the game. It's suggested for your first game to remove these from the Fate deck, but for the purposes of learning to play, I'll show you what to do with these later. Some characters have special setups, which is explained in their villain guide. Thanos, for example, here, you must set aside the 6 Infinity Stone cards, place them in the middle of the play area, within reach of all other players. And once the game is set up like that, then all you've got to do is take your 4 cards from the top of your villain deck, this is your starting hand, and then decide who goes first. Now normally, it's whoever last read a Marvel comic. But then, if none of you are Marvel fans, then 1, why are you playing the game? And 2, then it's whoever's the oldest. Then player order goes in clockwise fashion, with the first player not gaining any power to start with. Then the second player gets 1 power from the pool to start with, and 3rd and 4th take 2 power from the pool to start with. On your turn, you'll take your villain piece and you'll move it to a new location. Then you can do any of the actions on this location in any order that you wish. The first symbol on the reference card is gain power. To do this, collect power from the vault equal to the number shown on the location you're at. For example, this location, collect 2 power and place it nearby. The next icon on the reference card is play a card. Simply choose which card you want to play, then pay its power cost, which is located in the top left corner. This comes from your power pool, place it into the vault, and then you can play the card onto the board. You can do this as many times as you have play a card actions on your location, and as long as you have power enough to pay for them. There are 4 different types of card in the game: ally, item, effect, and speciality cards. Ally cards are the most common cards you'll come across. Simply pay the cost of the card from your villain pool and then place the cards anywhere within your domain on the bottom side of the board. These cards will help you achieve your objective and defeat heroes. Item cards are next. These cards are often attached to either heroes or allies depending on the card. Simply again pay the cost of the card and then attach it to an ally by sliding it just underneath their card, or making it obvious that it's attached to them in any way you see fit. Item cards can also just be placed into locations, depending on what the item is. Effect cards are next. Simply pay the cost of the card again, and then do the action listed underneath the image. These cards are then discarded into your discard pile. Speciality cards next. Pay the cost and then place into the speciality section of your board. Again, making sure you read the description underneath the image, as these cards are all unique to each villain and will grant them special abilities throughout the game. Some cards have this activate ability on them. To perform this, you must first land on a location with an activate symbol. Then you may use the action of any of the activate cards you have in play. Some cards may have a cost to pay to do the action, so make sure you pay these before doing the action that is listed below the image again. The next action on the reference card is the relocate one. Again, you must be at a location with a relocate icon. This allows you to relocate an ally or item within your domain. You can move them to any location within your own domain. You may also move them to global or targeted events as long as that event is targeted towards you. The one exception to the relocate action is Thanos. If another player has an Infinity Stone card in their realm, which must be attached to an ally of theirs, then Thanos has the ability to move one of his allies over to their location. Once Thanos has defeated this ally with the Infinity Stone, then the Infinity Stone is attached to his ally. He then may relocate his ally back to his own domain, placing the Infinity Stone in his speciality location. Other villains may have cards that allow for the relocate to go into other domains, but only their cards will allow this to happen. Villains may also move their allies back from someone else's domain into their own domain using the relocate action. The next icon you'll come across is the Fate one. This is the little lightning bolt cloud one. To do a Fate, simply take the top card from the Fate deck, flip it over, and then you can add this to any other villain's domain, placing it at the top of their board and covering two of the icons at that location. Villains who then move to this location cannot use the top two icons until they have managed to remove the hero from this location. During the Fate action, if an event card is pulled that's global, which doesn't have an icon in the bottom right corner, then place this within easy reach of all villains playing. Then apply the effect written under the image on the Fate card. This is in play until the event card has been vanquished, at which point the reward listed underneath the action goes to every villain that took part in vanquishing this event. If during the Fate action another event card is revealed and there is already a global event in play, then just discard this card into the Fate discard pile. However, if during the Fate action an event card that is targeted to another villain is played whilst a global one is out, then simply apply this to that villain, and now they have to deal with both of them. Next is the Vanquish action, where you will defeat one character, a hero or an ally, at any location in your domain by using one or more of your allies at the same location. Your ally's total strength, which is in the bottom left corner of the card, must match or exceed the amount of strength of the hero or ally you are trying to defeat. For example, here Captain America is 3 strength and duplicate sentries are 2 strength each. So in terms to do the Vanquish action, you would then use 2 of these cards to vanquish Captain America, at which point Captain America will go into the Fate discard pile and the 2 sentries will go into your discard pile. The remaining sentry will stay there and be ready for whoever comes next. And the last action we're going to talk about is the discard cards action, at which point you'll take as many cards as from your hand that you want to discard, place them in your discard pile, then do any of the other actions you have at the location remaining, and at the end of your turn you'll draw back up to 4 cards. And that's it. That's how you play Marvel Villainous. So I hope you enjoyed coming and learning how to play Marvel Villainous with us. We hope you'll stop on by again, grab a drink, sit down and play a game with us. But until then, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.